All right, let's talk about something every landlord absolutely dreads: an empty property. Today, we're going to dig into a really powerful idea called vacancy math. It's all about figuring out what that empty space is truly costing you. So let's get right into it. I want you to really think about that for a second. It's so easy to just shrug and say, it's just a week's rent, no big deal. But the truth? Oh, the truth is it's way, way more expensive than that. And honestly, understanding this one question is the key to making much smarter decisions with your property. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It gets right to the heart of the problem. You see, every single day your property sits there empty, it's not just failing to earn you money, it's actively draining cash right out of your pocket. That's the real pain point we're going to solve today. So, when you're feeling that pressure, what's the knee-jerk reaction for a lot of landlords? You start shopping around for a property manager, and you look for one thing: the lowest monthly fee. I get it. It seems logical, but believe me, this is a classic trap, and it can cost you big time. This right here shows the huge difference in mindset. You've got the sticker price shopper on one side. They're just laser focused on that low monthly fee, thinking they found a bargain. But then you have the smart investor. They're playing a completely different game. They're looking at the lowest total cost of ownership because they know that the real money is lost in those hidden costs, especially vacancy. So, how do you make that jump from being a sticker price shopper to a smart investor? Well, you use this simple but incredibly powerful tool we're calling vacancy math. This is how you stop guessing and start knowing, down to the dollar, what every single day of vacancy is costing you. Okay, let's be super clear on what this term means. The daily vacancy cost. It's not just some abstract number on a spreadsheet. It is the literal sound of money draining from your investment. It's the mortgage you still have to pay, the taxes, the insurance, all of it, with absolutely zero rent coming in to help. So let's build this formula. It's actually pretty simple. The first piece of the puzzle, the most obvious one, is just the rent you're not collecting. You know, if your rent is supposed to be, say, $2,100 a month, you're losing about $70 every single day right off the bat. But here's where it gets interesting. It doesn't stop there. Your bills don't just take a holiday because your property is empty, right? So we have to add in what are called carrying costs. These are all the expenses that keep piling up, tenant or no tenant. And here it is, the whole shebang. This is the formula that gives you the true, complete picture. You take your monthly rent and your monthly carrying costs, and you just divide each by 30 to get a daily number. Then you add those two together, plus any other little one-off expenses like extra marketing. That final number, that's your enemy. That's your true daily vacancy cost. So what exactly are these carrying costs? Well, this is where the money really hides. Of course, there's the big one, the mortgage. But people forget about the property taxes, the insurance, those pesky HOA dues. You still got to keep the utilities on for showings, maybe pay for lawn care. It all adds up, day after painful day. Okay, all this theory is great, but let's make it real. Let's see how this math works in the real world. We're going to use a super simple scenario. I call it the 1 extra week rule, and you'll see how this completely changes how you should pick a property manager. So here's the classic dilemma. You're looking at two managers. One of them is $50 cheaper every month. That's $600 in your pocket over a year. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? But what if there's a catch? And here is the catch. Manager A, the cheaper guy, he takes just 1 extra week to get your property rented. Just one. Manager B, who charges the standard price, gets it filled a week faster. The only difference is 7 days. I mean, how much could that possibly matter? It matters this much. For a pretty typical rental property, that one single solitary extra week of vacancy costs you around $825. Let that sink in. 1 week of delay costs you $825 straight out of your pocket. And here is the punchline. You were so excited about saving $600 over an entire year by picking the cheap manager, but their 1 week of slowness just cost you over $800 in a single hit. You didn't save money at all. You ended up losing over $200. That right there is the power of vacancy math. Now, look, speed is obviously critical. We've just proved that. But it's not the only thing that matters. A truly great manager doesn't just jam someone in there fast. They fill it with a high-quality tenant, and they do it the right way, protecting you from huge costs down the road. A top-notch manager is really an expert in risk control across these 3 key areas. Yeah, they minimize vacancy time, for sure, but they also have bulletproof screening processes to ensure tenant quality, which saves you so many headaches later. And they know the law, protecting you from legal and compliance issues that could literally bankrupt you. This quote from our source material really just wraps this all up perfectly. The goal isn't finding the cheapest fee. The goal is finding the partner who minimizes your total cost and maximizes your total return. It's a fundamental change in how you should be thinking. So I'm going to leave you with this final question. The next time you're hiring a manager, or really any service for your investment, I want you to ask yourself this: am I just shopping for the lowest price tag, or am I making a strategic investment in the performance of my asset? Trust me, the answer to that question will make all the difference in the world.